Oprah Winfrey has been the face of a lot of controversy over the years, with a lot of the controversy coming from the Oprah Winfrey Show. A very openly talked about subject was that Oprah did not like rappers.
Allegations have surfaced that this school was a front for child trafficking. These girls would be allegedly groomed to be ready for sale. Oprah handpicked the young girls who attended her school based on physical appearance.
The moment Oprah saw that Diddy documentary, she started panicking because she knew she was up next on 50 Cent's hit list. And 50, he straight up told her to get her lawyers ready because he knows where her skeletons are buried and he's about to dig them all up in his next documentary. And that terrified the lights out of Oprah. So terrified that according to reports, she's now doing a massive house cleaning. All those Epstein photos, the flight logs, the Weinstein links, the Diddy party footage. She's throwing everything out. Basically, anything that can link her to Hollywood's dark underbelly is going out the window. And it's got everyone wondering, what has Oprah been hiding all along and why is she so scared of 50 Cent getting too close? So, as you guys know, 50 Cent has been making the buzz lately because of his explosive Diddy documentary. The moment that this documentary went viral, people started wondering who 50 Cent would expose next. And one of the first names that popped up was Oprah, because we all know Oprah and 50 have had beef since forever. But even more importantly, Oprah and Diddy have been linked for years, and not just because of their billionaire status. A lot of people believe Oprah might be just as shady as Diddy, and there have even been reports that Diddy has tapes of her at freak-offs. But before we get into Oprah's connection to Diddy, we have to talk about this documentary because that's what sparked all of this. If you'll recall, 50 first talked about exposing Diddy months before the documentary was ever released. It turns out that at the time he first mentioned that he was going to release the documentary, he didn't even have the footage he would need yet. It wasn't until he met Diddy's disgruntled cameraman, who he refused to pay, before he finally got the footage that Diddy himself recorded.
Listen to me, I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
And honestly, it's not clear if Diddy can ever bounce back from the damage this documentary has done to his image. Apparently, Diddy had recorded the entire footage himself to use for his comeback documentary when he finally beat his case. But of course, he didn't beat the case, and he ended up going to jail. So all that intimate and damaging information, things he never would have put out if he knew they would end up in 50 Cent's hands, is now out in the open. The documentary hit so hard that Diddy's team put out a statement accusing 50 and Netflix of sensationalizing Diddy's life to capitalize on a never-ending frenzy. The statement added, for Netflix to give his life story to someone who has publicly attacked him for decades feels like an unnecessary and deeply personal affront. At minimum, he expected fairness from people he respected. Now, 50 denied that any of this was personal. He claimed he only made the documentary to give a voice to the victims. And while that's true, a lot of people felt like 50 Cent also had a personal score to settle with Diddy. So Diddy creating this mess for himself just gave him the opportunity to get his lick back.
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day. Perhaps. What was he intending to use it for?
And that's exactly what's happening between Oprah and 50 right now. Now, here's where it gets more interesting. Just like his beef with Diddy, 50 Cent has had issues with Oprah for almost 2 decades now. And that's one of the reasons why everyone believes 50 will have no problem exposing everything he knows about Oprah. As you'll probably know, 50's beef with Oprah started back when his rap career first went mainstream and he wanted to clean up his street guy image. 50's management thought Oprah's show would be a great place to tell his story, since it was pretty much where everyone went when they had something to promote. But Oprah shut him down fast. She didn't even want to hear anything about 50 coming to her precious show because she felt like his image, the same image he was trying to rehabilitate, was too violent for her audience. 50 was not happy when he heard what Oprah said. To him, it was like she was making conclusions about him and his career without even getting the chance to hear his side of the story first. He made it clear he didn't even like her show anyway, and since they couldn't be friends, they could at least be enemies. The interview did later happen, but not because Oprah suddenly had a change of heart. Her management literally forced her because 50 was the hottest rapper on the scene at the time, and he being on the show would shoot the ratings up.
It's been rumored that you and I have a future.
Right.
Yeah.
Now look, every time she made a mention to hip-hop culture, it was something that was wrong with it. And it was something that was on my CD that was the largest debut in hip-hop.
I want to know, did you say things about me to be provocative, or did you really just not like me?
No, I would see moments where you discuss your feelings on the culture.
Yeah.
And
On the rap culture, on rap music.
And everything that was wrong with the culture was what was on my
And
CD.
you saying that
That grudge grew over the years to the point where 50 made it his mission to show the world who the true Oprah Winfrey is. And just like Diddy, Oprah has given 50 a lot of material to work with. Oprah built her entire image on being this honest, down-to-earth TV personality that people could come to when they wanted to be entertained without being fed lies. But as far as 50 is concerned, that image couldn't be further from the truth. He believes Oprah's TV act is just a cover for the shady person she really is, and he's made it his mission to tear that cover down. See, all that talk about Oprah being shady didn't just come out of nowhere, and when 50 started peeling back the layers, people started seeing just how many things Oprah had gotten away with that put her in the ranks of people like Diddy. The first thing on that list is her weird friendship with literally every problematic man that has ever been exposed as a predator in the industry. We've all seen the photos of her at different Diddy parties, but around the time Diddy got exposed, there were also rumors that Oprah was at the more exclusive parties Diddy hosted, the same ones the feds found thousands of hours worth of footage of when they raided his house. But Diddy is not the only problematic man she's besties with. She was also super close with Harvey Weinstein, even after he was repeatedly exposed as a predator. Not only did she remain friends with him after he was exposed, but she also allegedly privately offered him financial and legal support as a friend. She also never came out to publicly denounce his actions or distance herself from him. Instead, when she was asked if she condemned his actions, she dodged the question and started talking about how the movement was bigger than just Harvey Weinstein, and everyone had to look at the bigger picture.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining, and this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happen to be on set.
On top of all that, Oprah has been rumored to be involved in trafficking rings similar to the one Diddy was involved in. Remember the girls' school she opened in South Africa a few years ago? According to reports, the school had to be shut down because there was suspicion that the girls were being trafficked. In fact, the head teacher later got charged with multiple counts of and had to resign after just 1 month.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007, and the matriarch of that school was charged with SA of 7 different girls. Oprah ended up offering a public apology to the parents and the children and citing her own SA incidents in this apology. But the matriarch would then be found not guilty of these crimes.
So, when 50 Cent said he was going to expose Oprah, he wasn't just bluffing. If this much dirt already came out about Oprah without 50 Cent making a documentary, imagine how explosive it would be when he finally puts that doc out. Now here's where it gets worse. After all of this went viral, Oprah went into full panic mode. Insiders revealed that Oprah went into full house cleaning mode. She deleted emails, contacts, notes, photos, anything that could tie her to Diddy, the school, or any other shady thing 50 could reveal in a documentary. But she didn't stop there. She also launched a public damage control campaign, doing everything she could to distance herself from Diddy. During a panel discussion at her Good Soil forum, she flat out denied ever being at any of Diddy's freak-offs. She added that even when she went to any party, she was always the first to leave. But of course, nobody bought it because that line has become the classic denial line for every celebrity that ever gets caught in circles they shouldn't be in. And from the comments on social media, it's clear that people are also eager for 50 to expose Oprah. One comment literally said, "Do it 50 Cent, please." Another one that got dozens of likes said, "I remember all this and it was swept under the rug. 50 been clocking all of this and he's in the position to call it out." Finally, there was this comment that pretty much summed up what everyone else had been thinking. "I think 50 Cent is completely right. She was best friends with Diddy, Epstein, all of them. Period. She hurt her own kind. She didn't care who she stepped on. Shame on her." But just when you think Oprah is about to make all of this go away, a new twist appears unexpectedly. According to reports, Oprah might actually be trying to drag 50 to court to stop him from making any documentary about her. Now, we know 50 is never one to back down from a fight, so if Oprah wants to take it there, he's going to do it. But the fact that she's even considering it makes it seem all the more obvious that she has something to hide. And that's just making it more difficult for her damage control tour to be successful. Now, the only thing anyone can focus on is the silence coming from Oprah's side. She's deleting receipts, denying every connection, and pretending she never shared rooms with the same men she defended for years. But none of that is slowing anything down. Because once 50 Cent locks onto a target, the pattern is always the same. The jokes stop, the camera crew comes in, and whatever reputation somebody thought they had gets shredded on screen. And Oprah sees that coming. That's why she's scrambling. That's why she suddenly wants this in a courtroom instead of a documentary. But the timing is too convenient, the panic is too obvious, and the pressure around her name is getting louder every hour. And if 50 really has the kind of footage people are whispering about, then Oprah's lawyer won't be the one deciding how this ends. Right now, she's moving like someone who knows exactly what he can pull out and exactly what she can't bury fast enough. And that's what's hiding the hardest.